What is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, coming at you on a Monday afternoon from the sunny island of Maui, Hawaii, coming at you right before I go ahead and hit the gym. So I got my workout gear on, but felt compelled to go ahead and hop on here and kind of share this message with you in real time as I kind of go through it, because I think it's something that's really important, really vital to understand and not forget when you're going through the process of trying to build your online business, trying to get that first big result, trying to grow and scale if you already have some result, or really anything in between.
Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams.
So I think one of the things that gets lost in translation oftentimes in our marketplace when you're looking up at the guru, when you're looking up the person with the nice car and the big house, or the person training you, the person whose course you're going through, and so on and so forth, is kind of what tends to happen is that person has already accomplished the end goal that you're looking for. That person has already got to the promised land that you're trying to get to. And usually that person, if they're a good marketer, if they're someone who knows what they're doing, if they're someone who's trying to position themselves as the leader and the authority, and really, once again, kind of crank up marketplace positioning, is you tend to see one side of the equation and you tend to see all of that person's wins, right? You tend to see the successes. You tend to hear about the record months. You tend to hear about, the huge live events. You tend to hear about the $1 million weekends. You tend to hear about the affiliate contest won. You tend to hear about all the various successes that that individual has had and is having. And you kind of, the failures and the trials and the frustrating stuff, which is why I wanted to hop on here right now, tends to kind of get pushed underneath the rug. That tends to kind of be the thing that isn't, talked about and isn't as, in the forefront of the message as all of the other stuff. And I totally get why marketers do that. And I've done that myself plenty of times. And once again, it helps your marketplace positioning. It positions you in a certain way that becomes very attractive to the person looking to go ahead and accomplish the end result. The problem with that is that what you have to understand on the path to success that you're on right now, and then also sustaining success, which can be equally as hard, if not harder. Keeping money once you make money is equally as hard, if not harder, is the whole process of success, the whole journey that you're on right now, and you're going to stay on in the future, even once you're successful, is not that fairy tale land that the marketer is showing you at this point in time. It's not the fairy tale land of nothing ever goes wrong. It's not the fairy tale reality of, I get to wake up at 11 a.m. and check my stats and see that I made $98,000 in the last 4 hours when I was sleeping. And then I just go and chill on the beach all day and just kind of kick back with zero stresses. It's not that reality that is kind of, if not being directly sold, is being implied as the lifestyle and the reality that that person is living. And the truth of the matter is that the bigger your business grows, the more success you have, the more complicated things can tend to get, and the bigger of a team you have, and the more infrastructure you have, and the more technology is involved, and so on and so forth, usually the more headaches you can run into. Yes, you get to live, an amazing life of freedom. You can travel the world. You can do all the cool things that the marketers show you. You don't need to worry about money, from a can I pay the rent, next month type of perspective. But the truth of the matter is that in running, operating, owning a business, whether it's at the 6-figure, multiple 6, 7-figure mark, multiple 7-figure mark, 8-figure mark, 9-figure mark, whatever level you're at, there are going to be problems. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be stuff that comes up that just makes you want to pull your freaking hair out, right? And that's why I wanted to do this video right now, to be totally transparent. We're dealing with some stuff right now when it comes to our advertising and our different ads on YouTube that is just making me want to pull my hair out. And we're going back and forth with our media buyers, like saying, all right, what's the problem here? Is the problem this part of the funnel? Is it the ad? Is it the checkout form? Is it the landing page? Where's the actual issue? Let's find the issue. Let's try to find the issue. Oh, maybe it's the AI tracking. Is the AI tracking right, or is the AI tracking wrong? And so on and so forth. And it's just been this constant battle for the last month or so, and we have continually been trending in the right direction. But it has been this constant battle of trying to just gain, little incremental wins, which is actually getting us very, very close to our goal at this point in time. But the process itself has been, for lack of a better term, a total pain in the ass, right? But sometimes that process, actually all the time, that process is what you need to go through. And it kind of reminds me of a famous quote by Winston Churchill, where he says that success, for the most part, is going from one failure to the next without losing enthusiasm. And if anybody knows me personally, if you were to ask my girlfriend, if you were to ask anyone who kind of sees, beneath the hood of the business and sees the good stuff that, kind of the general marketplace sees, but then also sees the frustrating stuff and the bad stuff and the stuff that makes you want to throw your computer out the window or put your fist through your monitor, I think probably what they'd tell you is, one of my strong suits, why I'm going to the gym right now, is because I'm fairly good at dealing with one disappointment, one frustration, one pain in the ass, something or another after another, without losing enthusiasm in going after that bigger goal, in going after that bigger vision, in going after that end result that I have in mind for my business and for my life. One of the things, a hack that really helps me, is when I get to this state of mind where I'm, just sick and tired of being sick and tired of dealing with the same issue, which tends to happen a lot of the times when you're building a business. I suit up, I go to the gym. I treat the gym as more than anything, the physical stuff is cool. I like being in shape, and it absolutely makes you healthier. And when you're healthier, you can produce more and so on and so forth. But more than anything, I use the gym as a way to blow off stress, blow off frustration, blow off steam when things aren't necessarily going just the way I want them to go. And I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And usually when I go to the gym, I've gotten to that point in my day where it's kind of like, well, fuck, man, I need a little, outlet here to get rid of some of the frustration that I'm dealing with at this current point in time. And that's kind of been the process for a long time. And that's what I'm used to. And that's what, I'm conditioned to gravitate towards instead of away from. But also I realize that oftentimes you're sold a dream that there's no stress, that there's no, worries, that there's nothing that will go wrong, that there's nothing that can go wrong. Once you hit 10,000 a month, you're just going to be, laying in dollar bills, like on Breaking Bad, where it's this massive stack of dollar bills with zero worries and zero stress. And you're just going to live this perfect life of total freedom with zero stress. And the truth is that, yes, you can have the life of freedom. Yes, you can have, the life where you don't worry about paying the rent, or you don't worry about, buying the fancy meal, or you don't worry about paying the lease on your car, buying the car, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, everything has a cost. Everything has a price. If you're going to build, a hyper successful business, if you're going to have employees, if you're going to have a team, if you're going to have people that you have to lead, if you're going to have systems and processes that you have in place, you're going to have to work on fixing those systems and processes. Those systems and processes are going to break. You're going to have moments where stuff doesn't go right in your team. You're going to have to fix the culture. You're going to have to deal with shit, coming up with different, YouTube AIs throwing curveball your way, this way or the other way. And you just have to remember that that's all part of the process. As Winston Churchill did say, going, from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm is the key to success. And in our marketplace, probably more than any marketplace, out there, I think that tends to get swept under the rug. So as you're going through it, and as you're dealing with hardships, and as you're dealing with frustrations, as you're dealing with setbacks, and as you're dealing with stuff that you don't necessarily feel like dealing with, just remember that this is part of the process. Just remember that if you can set the expectation that this is actually supposed to happen, instead of me trying to get away from thinking this should happen, instead of me feeling like I did something wrong when this thing comes up, instead of me feeling like I'm a failure when this thing comes up, if I can just kind of put in place a system, like for me, it's going to the gym. Maybe it's for you, going to the dog park. I do that sometimes. Maybe it's something else. If you can put a system in place to relax yourself, to de-stress yourself, to refocus, to realign yourself with your vision, your mission, your goals, and to get crystal clear on why you're doing what you're doing and who's going to be impacted and what lives you're going to change when you go ahead and hit your end goal. And if you can refocus, re-energize, recalibrate, and then execute more, harder, faster, stronger to get towards your goal once you come back from that setback. And if you go into it with the expectation that that's going to happen and that's simply part of the journey, long term, it'll be much easier to deal with. So with that said, hope you got some value. As always, if you did, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon notification button. Go ahead, leave me a quick comment in the comments section below. If today's going like it has been going all day, the comment section below probably won't work, and the subscribe button probably won't be there, knowing the technical difficulties that we've been dealing with all day. But with that said, once again, let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Get subscribed. Hope you got value. Continue to persist. Consistency and persistency are the two keys. And once again, hope you got a ton of value. Talk to you next time.